Welcome back to another episode of my Ultimate Iron Man. If you missed last time, we completed all of the tasks in the Ardoon Elite Diary, and that got us the farming cape. It's not the farming cape. It's pretty much, it's like the farming cape before you have 99 farming. The RD Cloak 4, which gives us unlimited teleports to the RD Farm Patch, which, like, I said that was pretty big, and like it's not huge, but it is really, really nice because that was like whenever I'm doing herb runs, I always would hit, that 5 limit you had with the Cape 3, and then it's just annoying to have to teleport to the range guild and run down there or something. So it's pretty nice, and it's like best in slot prayers. Like there are some, cases where that could be useful for us, I would say if we ever did like wilderness content, but I don't plan on doing that often. But there are times where it could be good. Actually, it's not best in slot prayer anymore. The Soul Wars cape is, but I think this one actually has like a couple defense and maybe a little bit of an attack bonus too. So it's it's nice to have. This time, I am going to continue on my diary grind with the Corrin and Kebos diary. I actually had done 2 clips from last episode that I didn't end up including of the last 2 steps I'd had before the actual final one. I'll play them now. Okay, I think I did this right. We'll find out. I did. And assuming I cook this successfully, this should be another diary task. Yep. Very, very cool. Always cool to see. Oh, I was making blood runes, and I think it was cooking like a fish or something, an anglerfish. That's what I'm saying. I probably was right. We'll see if I was right in editing. And today, the last one we have left is the completing a Chambers of Xeric raid, which I am going to try to brute force solo. I have never completed a raid before. I tried to do one in the most recent league. I always want to say Trailblazer. It was like Shattered Relics. I tried to do one, but I only started trying to get into it in like the last 3 days of the league, and I was kind of burnt by then. I just really wanted to get less burnt and more just eager to get back to the main game because I'd been enjoying the UIM a lot at the time. So I think it'll be a little challenging. Ulm will probably be the hardest part. I think if I take long enough to scout a good raid, like none of them are really that difficult, especially with my gear. I just it's going to take a bit to learn like what my inventory setup should be, what like things I need to farm and whatnot in there. But I think it'll go pretty well. So I was going to open up these beginner clues I've gotten. I've only gotten beginner clues from fishing here. I don't know why I haven't seen any like easies or mediums. I feel like they're not that uncommon. Oh, look away! Well, I was going to end it there, but my stupid brain decided to leave before I turned in all my minnows. I decided to AFK for some sharks because I was watching the Bengals game, which they finally won. Heck yeah, get owned, Jets. Bengals are back, going to the Super Bowl again. I bet my life on it. But I decided to just do some minnows, get the fishing level up, and get our shark stack going back up because we're not going to need them right now, but I think probably like at the start of next year, I think that's really when I'm going to start going hard on PVMing, where it's just like, we're getting to a decent point where a fair amount of our Slayer tasks, we're going to want to do bossing, just general things where you're going to want food. Now that my stats are getting higher, and if I start getting some armor upgrades, I'm going to also get to a point where like I'll want to do Slayer and not have protection prayers. Because most of the time now for Slayer, I'll still just keep Protect from Melee up and then, teleport back. But I think, I'm at the point now where some things I can probably last with maybe just like a little bit of food and, decent gear. So Shark Stack's looking pretty good now, and we'll see if I can't get anything cool from these beginner caskets. Nothing I really need from beginners, and of course they're usually pretty trash. But I think it would be maybe nice to have some. We're missing some uniques, like the bare feet there. That's new, and I think the biggest one maybe like it would be cool to have like one of the rune simi ornament kits. But alas, we didn't get any of that. But hey, we got some bare feet. That's pretty cool. All right, and the very first one I think I can do Guardians. Should be easy. Mutadiles, I think I should be able to do it though. Tightrope, I think you can, like if you want to go fast, there's a really challenging way to do that, but I think I can just take time and kill them all. Tecton, maybe it might struggle with melee, but we'll try, and then Crab should be easy, so I'm going to try this one. Whew, somehow I got a combat task from that, but Mutadiles was kind of tough. I burned through all my supplies. I think food would have been good to have here. So obviously I got all these like supplies and whatnot. I don't know what does what. I very much need some supplies now though, so hopefully I will be able to get some. But hey, I didn't die, so I saved my points. So yeah, I can't do Tecton. I was in there for a solid 5 minutes and never got him past 80% health, I don't think. I was not hitting at all. I mean, I know my melee gear isn't great, but I would think I would get some hits. I don't know. The mechanics are very confusing. You watch videos and people run around him forever. I thought I had that timing down, but he just kept going back to the anvil. I have no idea. This is not fun at all. I mean, obviously I'm not doing this the right way, but that sucked. I mean, I have tons of in-raid supplies, so I can, try again, but it's going to take forever to go back and get things. Oh, that was awful. Oh, holy jeez, guys, that was so painful. Probably the least fun thing I've ever done in this game is trying to get this out. I've watched videos, I see the thing, I see the timing down, and it just doesn't work. It never works. This boss was horrible, and I know it's just because I'm awful, have no experience, and I'm soloing. But oh my gosh, that was awful. Luckily, all I have left is just crabs and then Ulm. So, crabs may take a second to get, but I don't think I'm gonna be screaming and cursing and yelling like I was this time. Oh my god, guys, I hate this. No, I beat crabs. I'm just prepping for Ulm, and I get the freaking stupid 6-hour log because I'm an idiot and I didn't log out after I was done finishing. This is so stupid. Why can't I do hey, give me 30 more minutes? If it's a system update, I get it. That would be on me if it was a system update. But oh my god, just let me be hey, 30 more minutes maybe? And from what I see, I'm gonna get logged out and not be in the raid still. Jesus Christ, what a waste of time. My god. So I just wasted 3 hours of my life. That was very, very fun. Didn't count as a completion of the raid either. That's great. I mean, why would it? I'm just in denial now. Oh, okay, I guess I'll try again tomorrow, and then, can you scout raids that are just easy stuff? Is that a possibility to get, just puzzle rooms? I don't think it is, but, maybe I should just try and get one that has, like shamans. Mutadial was if you had supplies, it was, easy enough, but I could brute force that. Tecton was awful. I'm never doing that again. So I guess I'll try and shoot for crabs, shamans. Tightrope wasn't bad. That's doable. I guess that's what I'll try for. Oh, also I can get some more inventory space because a whip is useless. The ranging potion I don't need either. So yeah, I can do some improvements. All right, guys, I cooled off. I've taken a couple hours, and I think I found a pretty decent raid. There is no boss that drops overloads, but I think I should be able to make some of the normal overloads, not the overloads plus. And also, again, I'm going to be trying to brute force, like I said, so I'm not going to complain too hard if I have to just get a little bit of DPS at a time. But I think this raid should be much easier than the last one, especially because I'm already a little familiar with a decent chunk of it. Alright, here I am again. It took me 45 minutes to actually get through the raid, and then I've been prepping for brushing up on videos for Ulm again for the last 30 minutes. I have got what I think is a lot of brews, 40 brews, 15-ish restores. So I got 2 overloads, 2 to 3 prayer enhancers, so I'm hoping this won't be terrible. There's a lot, any video you watch, there's so many because everyone's well, here's how you do 3-0, here's how you do 3-in-1, here's how you do 4-in-1, here's how you do all this stuff, dodging and stuff, and it's phase skipping. I'm just hoping that I can generally try and do kind of mimic what I see with I'm gonna try and do 4-to-1 or 4-to-0, whatever it is. I have a 1-to-0 method for the melee hand that we'll see how that works, and then I'm just kind of hoping it comes together and is a little simpler than what it looks like, because I think people make it complicated to rightfully so, as ways best practices. Once you learn, you can mitigate damage, mitigate resources, mitigate time, but I just need a KC. That's all I care about, so wish me luck. Well, guys, I'm happy to report that I was able to kill the first phase mage hand, and it only took all of my supplies. So I'm just gonna give up because this is. I can tell already that I'm just not the type of. I can watch a million videos, and there's just so much going on that you're not gonna learn this in a solo. So maybe I'll be back at some point with a group. But yeah, it feels really freaking bad to just give up on the Corin and Kebo's diary. I really think they should like update that. One, I mean, they probably just get rid of it, but or just like make it to just like, you know, reach the Great Olm or something like that. You know, like I did enough of the raid stuff. Obviously, I know it's like, oh, you're not supposed to do it in a group, but it's like, like what I was just either pay for a group to leech off of. That doesn't feel right. Or I have to learn and beat Olm solo. Yeah, it's I guess like I'm happy to report that I'm not like angry like I was with Tecton. Tecton infuriated me because you can get it down. You can watch the videos and it's so much easier to get down than Olm is. But like it just didn't work and that was infuriating. This is like it's like, okay, I can kind of try. I couldn't even try and get like the attack pattern down for focusing, you know, just to try and like run the head, you know, because I'm getting teleported around randomly. They're constantly throwing, like, turning my prayer off, draining my stats, and then, like, teleporting me around, having crystals burst out of my feet. It was just, you couldn't pay any attention at all. I have no idea. Like, even when you watch videos, like, it felt like it was 10 times crazier than what happens when I was watching other people do solos. Oh my gosh, that is, I can't believe it must just be so much easier in a group to learn because I can't believe anybody ever would able like how people learn this in the first place. So this is so insane to me. I guess I was spoiled by TOA by how like user friendly that was, and then you come to this and it's just like, good lord, it's like that community meme where everything's just on fire. Oh my gosh, I need a break. I need a break. Well, good morning, guys. Next day after my raids, shenanigans, kerfuffle, whatever you want to call it, yesterday, pretty demotivated, so I decided to spend the late hours of yesterday making sure I gave myself a layup this morning. You see, I've got 23 reward caskets, medium clues that is. It would have been 25, but I accidentally clicked on 2 from last night right before I went to bed. We didn't get anything, don't worry. It seems like an odd number because this will get us exactly to 500 medium clues once we open these up. So just a reminder, 97 out of 115. Honestly, I'm hoping for either ranger boots, but if we get to 100 uniques, I'll be happy to. So just, you know, let's see what we can get. Oh, a master clue. All right, well, maybe I'll get a master done. Well, as you can see, I was able to get the master casket done. I think I had like 4 or 5 Sherlock steps, which they were all pretty easy. I had to go to Shades of Morton over one of them, and I did actually get a collection log slot. Oh, it's not on here, but I got the silver locks. So that was pretty cool. And I ended up getting 1 more medium casket. So this will end up taking us to 501. Ooh, red boater. I think that was the last one. Alright, well, the big moment so far, we're at 499. Let's go ahead and cross over to 500 for just nothing unique at all. I mean, it wasn't guaranteed one for 500, but 501 is even worse. Well, that's about what I'm expecting for medium clues. I didn't get nothing. We got the red boater, which was the last boater. This is not a collection log slot, but the Addy Plate Screw G is not in our POH. I went to double check. And then I just now got the Addy Helm. We're missing one of them. This wasn't collection log though, so probably not. I'm pretty sure we have Shazen, but won't be sure. And then same thing with the Sarah Cloak. I'm pretty sure I already got that. And you know, just want to make sure I have it in the POH before I drop it. You might notice though, I'm wearing graceful boots because I've got something else on my boot slots right now that I got from these clues. If you want to guess what that is, you can go ahead now. And if you guessed another pair of climbing boots G, you were right. So I think, what is that, our 5th climbing boots G at this point now? We have really gotten a lot of those. Our 4th climbing boots G. I'm sorry, we've only gotten 4 climbing boots G. I had been saying these are nice alks, and they are pretty decent alks, 45k. I think there's a stash unit with climbing boots though, so I might go ahead and put those in there just for like the flex. Oh, and then also I even forgot I have this master glue. Let's see if that can maybe ease our suffering from these mediums. Hey, Gloves of Darkness is a unique. I think I even might have one of the darkness pieces. 2 decent. That's a pretty decent master. That's pretty decent indeed. Okay, that actually kind of goes really well with my current setup. But yeah, I'm not going to be keeping those. I'm pretty sure these are equivalent to Mystics, I think. But yeah, it's yeah, like a 5-item set, I think. So probably not going to be seeing those anytime soon. Wait, the Root and Crossbow was the stash unit that has climbing boots, but apparently you can't put climbing boots G in there. That's a little strange, but whatever. I guess it is just a decent elk. And thanks to the oak planks we've been slowly getting from medium clues, I am going to get a construction level here. 90 construction. We can now make a bunch of stuff that we already could have boosted for before, but we are getting closer to something we actually might need. I really have been wanting to grind out construction lately, because once I get to 93, I can boost up to make the Fairy Ring Spirit Tree combo, because this layout is just not efficient, and I'm getting tired of it, where it's like sometimes I want to have the teleporter closer to the rejuvenation pool, sometimes I want the Fairy Ring, and it would be nice to just have them both right there. So I need 93 cons for that, and then I can boost up with just a +2 boost from the T, and make that. I've had a Spirit Sapling for a while. My only problem is, I have no problem grinding out construction. I have been very much enjoying doing mahogany homes, but I kind of want to wait because I've got, you see, 15 points right now, or 1,415. That I should specify that. So that's more than enough to buy the plank stack, which would increase my rates no matter what method I was doing. And I would definitely want to do mahogany homes at least until I have enough points for the POH recolor or theme or whatever. My problem is I want to get to 93. I don't know if I want to get to 99 right now. And I feel like once I buy the plank stack, since we can't store that, like it would be worth it to go for 99. Although, actually, now just talking, maybe it might seem really stupid, but maybe whenever I do decide to grind construction, I will get enough, I'll buy the plank stack, and then I will go to 2,000 points and get the POH recolor, and then maybe I'll get 350 points, which is enough for another sack, and see where I'm at with that, and then I can, you know, leave that for when I actually want to do the official, like, 99 construction grind. Because I'm in a similar position right now with the rune crafting, where the only thing stopping me from getting the Karumja Diary right now is the 91 rune crafting requirement for double nature runes. And again, I liked Guardians of the Rift. It wouldn't take that long to get to 91, but if you remember, the way I left it is I have a decent amount of pools left for rewards, just like sitting in the like unclaimed at the rewards guardian, because I got enough points to hopefully get the last piece of the outfit, but I waited to get that because I wanted a chance of getting the Abyssal Lantern again, because I won't say it's not worth it to do Guardians of the Rift if you don't have the Abyssal Lantern, but like it's almost not worth it. Like it's a significant boost to points and experience. So I just, you know, I'm hoping that I'll be able to get that back while I'm pulling enough pearls for the outfit. I guess technically, you know, it's all RNG, so I'm not guaranteed to get the outfit back, but that's another example of like, well, I would hate to, even though I would want the Abyssal Lantern, I would hate to get that and then not just go for 99 RC in one setting, which I definitely don't want to do. 93 construction, I don't think would, or 99 construction wouldn't be that bad, I don't think, going for, because I'm closer than I am with rune crafting. But I just, that would be a lot to go for 85 to 99. So I'm just in this weird conundrum where it's like, well, I do kind of, like, I don't not want to train these skills. I just don't want to train them all the way to the end. So for now, I'll just wait. But I expect to see a 93 construction sometime in the future. I also want to get a little ahead on videos. I'm almost a week ahead right now. Which, you know, is good because construction is one of those things where it's like, well, it won't take that long, you know, and I can play a decent amount every day. It's still, you know, especially if I was going to do like a 99 grind or something, that would take more than a week for sure, which is, you know, I try and do weekly content here. So I want to get a little bit of a bulk of videos, and then maybe I'll go for a big grind like that. decided to finally use up my stack of U-logs that I think are mostly from my last trip to Giant Mole, which feels like forever ago. But yeah, I'm just making them into longbows. I was maybe going to originally make them into arrow shafts to do for herbivore, but I don't have herbivore on the plan anytime soon. So I figured I'd just try and use it now to save up inventory space. That's 82 fletching. We can now make amethyst arrows. And then how much more do I have to the next level? Okay, we won't make it to the next level, but we'll get, I'd say probably at least 50% of the way through. So that's not too bad. I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do for the rest of this episode. I think I have a general good idea, but it's kind of in the air between two things. So hopefully I'll figure it out by the time I finish this stack of logs. Well, I am a man of my word. I said this would probably get us to about half a level, and about half a level it got us towards 83, and I figured out what I want to do. I am going to go for a diary, because I couldn't get the Corin and Kevos one. I'm still mad about that. We'll get it eventually. It'll happen. I think the next easiest one for me would be the Western Provinces diary. Just a quick refresh of what you have to do. Pickpocket and elf, I just need one thieving level, half a thieving level really. I'm just gonna go to RD Knights right after this and grab that. I can use this shortcut whenever I want, and then I can boost up for this with a dragon fruit pie, which I have a dragon fruit tree planted, so I can get that as well. The only one that's going to take some time is 1,000 chompy bird kills, which is really only 700 because I had to get 300 for the previous diary. So that could take a little bit of time, but honestly, it's not that long. So I think it's a good plan. Not like terribly great rewards from the Western Provinces diary, but there is one that could come in handy about what I want to do after that. If you want to put your bets down now for what the next thing I'm going to do is after I get this diary. Oh, I forgot how bad this is on your fingers, but there is 85 thieving, and we can now pickpocket from elves. I didn't get the Rocky Pet. I was gonna say I've been watching some other UIMs recently, and like I feel like everyone but me got the Rocky Pet. Although granted, I never did like a big thieving grind at the start because I don't enjoy thieving. So maybe I'll still get one on my way to 99. This might take a couple tries, or I will get it on my very first try for pickpocketing an elf. That's an elite task in the Western Province area. Alright, I have to use this agility shortcut right here. It saves me so much time, and the many times we will find ourselves on this road in the future of my account. And then hopefully just past through here is considered to be in Taranwin, because we need to eat this and then make a longbow. Or I should double check before I do that. I'm pretty sure it's a longbow though. Magic longbow, yes. Da-da-da. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there we go. So all that's left now is some chompy birds. Hey, I only needed one more, but I got 2. Am I gonna get a message for passing 1,000? I'm curious. It looks like I am not, but that is 1,000 chompy birds done. I'll kill this one here since it's for me, and I already got it. I would say maybe I'd get a chance at the pet, but I don't think you can actually get the pet until you turn in the diary. But if you go ahead and check the comp ogre bow, that's 1,001 ogre experts. Now we just gotta go talk to the guy and we'll get the task. And then if we talk to the Elder Gnome diary over here, there's actually quite a few things we get. Nothing that huge on its own, but a couple things that are kind of cool. First of all, of course, 50k herblore experience. The Western Banner 4 gives us unlimited teleports to Piscatorius, I think, which is not useful because there's, I guess it's inside, so it's quick if you want to do like clue hunting or something. But like the fairy ring's already here, and I have a lot of Piscatorius teleports in the scroll book right now if I ever need to be here, so it's not like the most useful thing in the world. But some of the bigger things is that we get 1 free resurrection a day at Zulrah, which I've never actually had to use that before, so I'm not sure how it'll work, especially with UIMs. I'm curious, what does it actually just stop you before you die? Like in hardcores, use it and potentially have like a free death, or does it do you die, but then get to reclaim your stuff for free? I don't know. So hopefully we won't ever have to figure that out. I don't die to Zulrah, hopefully. But probably the biggest one for us is that Steve now gives us the same amount of points that we would get from Duradel. So I guess it'd still be efficient to go to Duradel for, like, you know, longer tasks if you want that. But we don't have Karamja Elite, so it's not efficient for us to, you know, go to Duradel. So that's pretty good, because Steve is who I use for all of my Slayer. So I'm happy that my points are now going to be in line with, you know, the best stuff. And now it's finally time for some actual content. Feels mean to say that, but going for diaries these last couple weeks has made me feel like, you know, I haven't actually done much progression stuff. But it's time to put my feet down and set into another grind. And that grind is going to be Zora. It's been a long time coming for me to return. Let me just pull up the collection log here. I've got 440 kills, a little more than I thought. And we have gotten a Tansfing already and 2 Onyxes. And we are still on the hunt for, I'd say honestly, the Magic Fang is probably the only thing I would say we need from Zora in terms of account progression. And even then, it's not like necessary. It would just be, I'd like to have it. Serp Helm would be nice too, but that's something that I could see myself dropping in the future. Whereas, you know, Magic Fang is going to be kept unless I get like you know, Shadow of Tumekin or something like that, which I don't think I'd ever get. That would be pretty rare. But the Serp Visage would be super useful to make the Serp Helm. So I'm a little different setup than the last time I was at Zora. I've got a couple Antidote pluses, so I'm not on Lunars right now. And I want to try out using Thralls just to see how that works. I've never really used Thralls at all, only like a little bit in leagues, and even then it was mostly just for like tasks and not for actual, like, you know, recurring use. So it seems like Magic is going to be the best Thrall to use here, because not that it attacks faster, but it starts attacking one cycle or one tick faster than the other ones do. The Ranger, they do the same amount of damage. So hopefully that'll be nice. And then it's going to take us a little bit to get back into the swing of Zora. I've got the Zora Helper here, which I did get to a point where I didn't need that by the end of my last grind, but I definitely will need that for a bit. Otherwise, it's just going to be 1 kill trips, just coming back and forth to restore, you know, prayer at the POH and whatnot. And just got a Ranger Pot, emergency prayer potion. I don't typically need to sip a dose of prayer, and the Book of the Dead so I can cast Thralls. So I'm going to see how good this goes. My plan is just to summon a Thrall as soon as I get in there and see what I can do. All right, first kill back was a little more scuffed than I thought it would be, but it was not like insane as I remember it was, you know, how fear-inducing it kind of was the first time I fought Zora. So I'm hoping it'll go pretty well. Only complaint is that, as you can see, I'm taking venom damage here. I read on the wiki that it's supposed to give you venom immunity for like 30 seconds, which definitely is not the case. So I don't know what's up with that. Probably won't be able to stick with Thralls for too long. We're going to have to go back to using Cure Me, but it's whatever. Hopefully we'll get the Serp Helm pretty soon. And I just realized after editing this is another bloated episode, so I'm going to call it here. Very disappointed that I didn't get the Chambers of Zarek KC, but you know, I think it'll happen eventually, and hopefully I'll be able to get a group together at some point and go with them and get that, and then maybe even some actual legitimate chances at uniques, because, you know, we could use some of those. Next time, we are just going to continue right with Zora. As you can see, in an effort to try and, you know, maximize efficiency, I decided to make some house tabs rather than just trying to stay, like, use the Arceus teleport scroll, like, then have to worry about, like, running to the Fair Ring and doing that. Like, you know, if I'm close with Venom, I'd rather just be able to go right back to my house. So grabbed these teleport tabs for that. It didn't take too long to make them, just go into Prif to get the soft clay. It was not bad at all. If you made it this far in the video, I really appreciate the support. Thank you for watching. Oh look, shout out to UIM Emily fan. Thank you for the nice words. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode, and hopefully I will see you in the next one for some more Zora. Have a good one.